fever. To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently. I traced the pirate Ketch to a remote island in the Caribbean. With the fortune he'd amassed from piracy, he'd retired to a place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
Okay.
Do we get to play as Nico?
Yes.
I hope so.
Yes.
She doesn't suck so much. This thing I don't like about this game. I really don't like George.
Chad does not like George.
George sucks.
George is snotty, self-important.
Bossy.
He's been used to being in charge.
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing?
Yeah, that's right.
My name's George Stobart. You're a surveyor, right, Mr.
Bronson. And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else would I have a theodolite?
I don't know. Hobby, maybe?
Yeah, right. What brings you here, anyway?
I'm searching for an ancient Mayan artifact.
I'm so
What is it?
sad for
Some
the
kinda
doggy
jewel?
biscuits
No,
medicine
it's
hat.
obsidian. A black stone with supposedly mystical
Yeah, just
powers.
reveal everything.
You're nuts.
You're knocking futz.
This is similar to the stone I'm looking for.
What makes you think you'll find it here?
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century,
Hold it. The stones have been lost for 300 years?
approximately,
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts.
Talk about who's
Why here?
who's
a
fucking
wise old
who's
Indian
knucking
shaman
futz.
told me he saw the stones in
A
a
wise
vision.
old Indian dude.
Ha.
Yeah.
That's rich.
Right.
Listen, I got work to do, okay?
Catch you later, Bronson.
So it's the same guy who does Dwayne's voice.
But remember, there was a surveyor's map in the mayor's office, so it makes me wonder if this guy's involved somehow. Maybe we should save the game, huh?
Okay.
Oh, I think that's a good idea. Saving the game. Let me just go peek over his shoulders, because you know that always goes well with people.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Hey, get out of there.
You know, wherever I go, I hear those words.
And you never
Paris,
heed 'em.
Syria, Ireland, or Spain. Makes no difference.
What do you think you're doing?
I was trying to show some interest in your project.
One thing I like
I
about
didn't
the
want a fishing
is
net.
really pretty locations. Yeah, you like that a lot too. That's one thing I liked about the Monkey
Wanna buy
Island as
some
well,
fish?
is
Nah,
the
I don't
very
like fish.
pretty
What's
locations.
your name?
Rio. It means river. What about you?
George. It means...
George. It means asshole.
Well, it's just a name.
Too soon? All right, yeah.
Is it true that Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill. It's a museum now.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
What do you know about Captain Ketch?
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
But we made a museum to him?
No school today?
No, sir.
What about your education?
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Who are these old ladies you mentioned?
Miss Frost and Miss Mina Ketch.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. They're going to regret it, you know. The man's a crook.
That guy's a crook.
Will you help me get those plans?
I don't want to go nowhere near that man. He promised to drown me when he found the fish I left in his sleeping bag.
Do you know anything about pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
I didn't know the first thing about sailing a dinghy. I wasn't going anywhere in that boat without Rio to sail her. There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
Would you like to corrupt the boy?
What you've got there?
I didn't think the kid'd be interested in that.
You know, darn it, game. You ruined my fun. You took away my doggy snacks. The only thing I got left are the panties. Let's go look at this museum. Hey, get down from there. You're not allowed to go up there. Oh, there's the two old ladies just sitting around. Little kitty cat.
It's a cat.
Hi, Puss. Want to play?
Now he talks to the ladies. Hey, Puss. How would you want to play?
Hey, cat. Watch where you're putting those claws.
Oh.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
I'm from America, if you haven't
Mr.
guessed.
Stobart, would you care for tea?
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't like tea.
There you go. All right, let's warm them up with our talk about their cat.
Is that your cat?
Yes, it is. That's Ruddles. Do you like cats, Mr. Stobart?
Hate them. I think the right answer is to say you love them.
You bet. Especially spit roast.
Yeah, there's a woman who needs new panties.
Oh, good.
Can you tell me anything about Captain Ketch?
More than you can tell
I
me
still
about
think
your
we're going to be using the panties cold
great-great-great-grandfather,
combination
no
as a
doubt.
slingshot at the
descendants?
end.
Certainly. Captain Ketch was born in Dorset, England, in the reign of King Henry VIII. His family were undistinguished farmers, but young Frederick Ketch decided to go to sea.
We have plenty of seamen in our family, Mr. Stobart.
Are you interested in history, Mr. Stobart?
Of course
Yes,
I
I
am.
You were telling me about Captain Ketch. Do go on.
Oh, yes. He sailed under Hawkins,
Jim Hawkins?
John Hawkins, one of the great traders of the Elizabethan age. In 1568, Frederick Ketch was a young man serving aboard the Jesus, Hawkins' flagship. They sailed from England to Africa and across the wide Atlantic to these islands. Ketch was never to see the shores of England again,
How come Ketch never made it home?
because the Spaniards sank the Jesus in an act of treachery.
You said Hawkins' fleet traded between Africa and the Indies. What was it they were trading?
Black men with no shirts.
You have to understand, Mr. Stobart, that this was the 16th century.
But that doesn't alter the fact that Hawkins and Ketch were slavers and pirates.
Would it surprise you to learn that Hawkins was also a devoutly
No.
religious man?
He transported slaves in a ship named after Jesus Christ. In my book, that makes him a hypocrite.
Yeah, seriously. But no, I would not be surprised.
What happened to Ketch? Was he killed?
Oh no, he got away and returned to this island, to this very house.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial
Medicine said,
Museum.
nor would I. Yep.
Is
Those
it
things
true
often go
Frederick
hand in
Ketch
hand.
was a pirate?
Frederick Ketch was emphatically not
In the
a
name of
pirate.
religion.
They hanged him, you know, down there on the beach in front of his family. Didn't bother with a trial, just whipped him out from his breakfast table and hoisted him up in chains.
Yeah.
Well, if he wasn't a pirate, what did they hang him for?
Envy. Pure, green-eyed envy.
Absolutely.
He had been a successful privateer, you see, and had accumulated great wealth.
As rich as a mink in a paddock.
Shut up, Mina.
Yes, Frost.
The small-minded governor and his lackeys wanted his money, trumped up some ridiculous charge about breaking the conditions of his letter of marque, and hanged him like a common thief. The blackguards!
I'm guessing she's related.
Letter of marque?
The document that permitted him to engage and destroy the enemies of the crown. The difference between a lawful privateer and a pirate.
Yoo-hoo!
Sorry, Frost.
Well, why didn't Ketch just say, take a hike, guys, I've got a pirating license?
Frederick Ketch was not a pirate.
But he did show them his letter of marque.
But they destroyed it and hanged him anyway.
They want his treasure.
I've been talking to Rio, the little fisher boy.
I'll thank you not to mention that little wretch in my presence.
Dirty little whelk. Nasty fishy boy.
That will do, Mina.
So we're going to mention him again.
I gather you don't have much time for the little boy.
That child is a delinquent, Mr. Stobart.
Yeah, well, he's only, what, 11, maybe?
A knave with one hand on the tops.
What does that mean?
What is it about Rio that you don't like, Miss Frost?
Stealing the tarts
Well,
from the queen. I
Once
think
upon
that's
a
the
time, he and Emily.
the ant.
Quiet
What's the
this
word when you
instant,
like to
Mina.
describe something in another word, a term? What's that called?
Synonym?
Synonym. Except it's more of a phrase instead.
Metaphor, simile.
Simile.
What can you tell me about Emily?
Emily, what business can she be of yours?
Her parents were killed in a typhoon.
We, as her only living relatives, took it upon ourselves to raise the child.
And doing
Good to
so
know
well.
Charity isn't dead.
Oh, but she is. Washed overboard in the typhoon.
Mr. Stobart wasn't talking about Emily's mother. He was being sarcastic.
They don't really seem to provide a very good home for this little boy.
What else can you tell me about Emily?
How dare you pry into our family in this way? I refuse to answer any more of your impertinent questions.
Okay, I'm definitely, you need the panties more than anybody in the game, lady. You need the panties.
They wouldn't appreciate it.
Catch sisters.
Damn. Medicine Hat, they weren't going to appreciate it.
But no more dog biscuits.
So let's give the cat the panties. Would you like some panties, kitty cat? Sad times.
Either that or the cat goes rips things up, whatever.
I mean, take this ladder and shove it in my pocket.
Just like in
The ladder extended easily.
Space Quest 3. Ouch.
Do you think we should climb that ladder with that woman there? We talked to him after all. We're friends. We're buddies, right? Get down from there.
You there? What are you doing?
Oh, good. They're not.
Pardon me, ladies. I was just going to climb your ladder. I'm helping Bronson.
Oh, you're not like him, are you? He's very polite, isn't he, Frost? And he has dimples when he smiles.
She likes us or Bronson? You there?
Down.
Sorry.
Wait, how you know she needed the panties? Because hers are in a wad.
With the skinny uppy one.
Tightly up her sphincter, probably.
The other one seems to be a
little bit more
Little-
doable. Yeah, a little more reachable. If the word is not doable but reachable. All right, let's talk to the little boy again.
Maybe use the net. Go fish. You get a gigantic fish. It helps you swim across the sea.
That's another adventure game.
Oh yeah, that's King's Quest 2.
There you go.
And sort of repeated in King's Quest 4.
Oh my
when
gosh, could you
get the
please just hit the
dolphin.
deck? Good point. Because hers are up her, or up her up her little.
Well, I guess that makes our naughty parts tingle.
Okay, let's talk to Rio again. Now that we know more about his mother, Emily.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your friend Emily.
Oh, friend
Why are you
Emily.
so interested in Emily Ketch?
Emily Ketch? A descendant of Captain Ketch, the pirate?
Yeah,
What, doesn't bother you?
why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
So he's an ancestor, so he has the right to go in that house.
No, his friend.
Oh, I thought they said his.
His friend.
Oh,
There's nothing
yeah.
else I wanted to
okay.
ask the boy.
Well, maybe it does have something to do with the net. It's the only thing we can actually do anything with. We click on the plans, they tell us to get away. We click on
I
the.
didn't want a fishing net.
Okay, when he's busy, can we go over to the plans? No. You damn asshat.
Knock over his equipment.
Can we even? We can't touch his equipment. See? Oh, the theodolite. How do you say that word? I don't want to say it wrong.
I couldn't get to the theodolite while the surveyor was using
Theodolite.
it.
Okay, now look at the plans.
No, too soon.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
He is probably part of this whole thing, and that's why he's surveying.
Hey, get out of there.
Okay.
Golly, everybody's unfriendly in this game. Even the little kid on the dock is kind of unfriendly. Of course, if you lived a hard life, you'd be unfriendly too. Wouldn't you want to be unfriendly too? Is there something else up there that we did not see? I think that guy's just sitting there surveying those women. All right. Do we have anything for the cat? Would the cat like a worm?
Can you go anywhere
The
else?
cat looked at me as if to say, "Why have you brought a dead worm halfway around the world?" I had no answer.
Go to the. Can you go more to the right or anything?
No.
Try to click. Can you walk over there or anything? Just chimney.
It's the end of the world.
Can you go in the
There's a
house?
flagpole.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't reach it.
Of course you can't reach it. That's why you gotta get on the ladder.
Can you go in the building?
If she's not gonna let us climb the ladder, why in the heck would she ever let us in the house?
It was locked.
And we're keeping it that
The
way too.
house is closed.
How come?
It is undergoing refurbishment.
Refurbishment. Where are the workmen?
Good point.
Preparation is half the work, young man. The intention is to prepare the museum for the new century.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum. It would look nice in neon.
A museum for a pirate? There was a stony silence.
As I have already told you, sir, he was not a pirate. It's precisely this sort of vile misrepresentation that Mr. Bronson is seeking to rebalance.
Let's go
Oh.
talk to Mr.
How?
Bronson
Mr.
again.
Bronson has kindly agreed to undertake the museum's refurbishment at a very reasonable price. He understands the importance of a sense of history.
Funny. That's not the impression I got of Bronson at all.
He also understands spherical geometry.
Mina?
Well, he does.
Listen, ma'am. I came a long way to visit this place.
If we make an exception in your case, everyone will want to get in.
Pardon me, but I didn't exactly have to fight my way through the crowds.
You're the second visitor we've had today.
No, I'm sorry, but it's impossible.
The second visitor.
Well, try and talk to her again.
No, I want to talk to Bronson. We need to ask about the two ladies and stuff.
So how about that, Mina?
I have a feeling he's up to no good. He's totally bamboozled these ladies into thinking he's doing something, and he's not doing anything useful.
What do you think of Rio?
Fish boy, if he comes near me again, I'll throttle the little
This little
squirt.
guy's
Calm
an
down.
asset.
What's he ever done to you?
Socked me in the back of my skull with some kind of fish, that's what.
Well, I guess I could blame him for that.
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not careful.
What are you doing with the theodolite?
Surveying
Yeah,
old
the
house.
island is full of
I got
asshats,
great
apparently.
plans for this place.
Oh, yeah?
You bet. Take a look around. What do you see?
He wants to build a
Paradise.
hotel
I
chain.
see opportunity. This place is ripe for development.
I like it just the way it is.
And that's where we differ. You see, Mr. Stobart, I'm what you might call a man of vision. I see a great future for Ketch's Landing, and it all starts here, with that house.
Are they going to tear it down?
Can I take a look at your plans?
No way. What interest would they be to you, anyhow?
I've always had a secret desire to be a surveyor.
You have?
Sure. I mean, you surveyors are just like the great explorers, aren't you? Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, Chris Columbus. Maybe you don't sail uncharted seas or discover new continents, but you're okay in my book.
Horse shit. You just stay away from those plans, you hear?
Horseshit.
How do you survey a house like that?
I've put a target reflector on the end of one of the flagpoles up there on
That's
the
why you
house.
climbed the
I
flag.
sight on it from various locations through the theodolite, record the angles along the baseline, and triangulate them to give me the exact position of the target. Understand?
Why the end of the flagpole? Wouldn't it have been better on a corner of a wall or something?
Are you a surveyor?
No, my degree's in law.
Then shut up.
Catch you later, Bronson.
That's why he's so pushy. He's a lawyer. Just like my boss. Okay,
Here we go. Give you Sock Bronson again with another fish.
let's try Rio. Well, I could, but I don't haven't been catching anything, so I'm gonna need a net. You might be right.
I think Bronson is trying to cheat those sweet, vulnerable old ladies.
That's a little unfair, isn't it?
Okay? He's trying to cheat those seriously demented, poisonous old ladies.
You have to admire his acumen.
You know what acumen means, right? Business skill. Ability
How come
to
the old ladies closed the
manipulate a
museum?
situation
It's
in
Bronson's
business.
doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. Oh, I know all about Mr. Bronson's plans.
Okay.
He
You
knows.
try and talk to him again, and he's kind of just like, whoop. 'Cause
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
That's kind of a cliffhanger. I know about the plans. Well, I want to see about the plans. So what are they?
Well, if I could, he gave you a good hint though. Ha ha, dummy.
This island is full of asshats, apparently. Yeah. 5 of them. George is one of them.
Did I say once again? Chad
I
does
didn't
not
want a
like
fishing
George.
net.
Chad does not like George. If I could throw the fishing net over him long enough to look at the plans.
Scribble on the coal.
Let's go talk to the old ladies again and let them
It's
know
like a
that we.
dialogue puzzle or something. like
Right
that.
now, it's been back and forth, and we picked up nothing else, so it's got to be. I have nothing to say to them. We have plenty to say to them. We're moving over there. Kitty cat.
You're really fond of that cat, aren't you?
He is our companion and our solace.
You
I
should
thought
have
about
something happen
catnapping the little
to
monster
Kitty
until
Cat.
they let me in, but it wasn't my style. Maybe there was some other way I could use their affection for the cat to get me into the house.
I was wondering about that.
Okay, it was time for diversionary tactics. I thought I saw a little girl down on the beach.
You must be mistaken.
He must be mistaken. Mustn't he, Frost?
I'm sure I'm not. A little girl and that young fisher boy.
What? It's not possible. What were they doing?
Oh, the kinds of things that all little boys and girls get up to at their age.
Fishing.
When I was a little girl, we used to play cows and milkmaids.
Oh,
Well betide you if you're lying to us, Mr. Stobart. Heaven help you.
well, we
Try to
are.
scare the cat up there.
We are definitely. I played the cow and the milkmaid.
With a creak of ancient corsetry, the sisters sailed majestically over the distant horizon.
Can you go up the ladder now?
Thank you so much for following Darkman 800. Do you like Broken Sword?
Next stop, Mel loves.
And how are you doing today?
Welcome.
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare.
Yeah, but remember one of these has the.
I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
Do you have something you can knock it with? Like a cat throw it.
How about the ball? Would that work? Piece of coal? Slingshot?
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
Why do I have a feeling?
No.
Okay.
I have to go take care of the bread.
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength.
So
to
Chad
knock
is
the
making
marker
homemade
off.
bread today. He's making a homemade Italian bread that is, wow. Once again, I'm back to 430. The joke about that to me is just, I can't. It's been like back and forth. It's like every once in a while in your followers, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, you go. You know, it's always like this number bracket, like going to the next 10 or whatever it is. And so, anyway, it's just a thought. Anyway, let's look at this cat. Maybe it's this
I
ball
wasn't
we
going
got
to
to
risk
get.
further laceration by the cat's claws.
Well, we got the ladies gone, but I don't know how long. Would you like a lump of coal?
The cat looked at me. I had no answer.
Okay, we gave the cat a worm. Would he probably want a fish? I bet he could help us get in the house.
Did you see the weird sisters come by here?
Did I? They look madder than usual, so I hide until they gone by.
Just as well. They thought you were playing with Emily. Boy, were they steamed.
Emily, you madder than them.
Can you let
Fish.
me have a fish, kid?
I thought you say you don't like fish.
It's not for me. It's a present.
For the
A
old
present
ladies?
for a cat.
Well, it makes a change from flowers and candy.
For
No,
the old
it's
ladies.
For the cat.
Okay. What do I get out of it?
I can pay you. I've got Quarramontian dollars, French francs, and traveler's checks.
You must be joking. The nearest bank is 3 islands away.
How about a worm for your fishing? Or I can give him the panties. Medicine Hat, what do you think? Panties, or as I said it before and I'll say it again, followers aren't as important as you think. Viewership and returning viewers is the most important thing. I couldn't agree more. It just was an observation, Mike. It's not upsetting me or making anything. I was just like observating. Panties and then the worms. Okay, panties it is. Would you like some
Will
panties?
you give me a fish if I give you these, Rio, are these ugly, tasteless nylon panties worth a fish?
Look at his face.
No, man.
He did not want the panties, but he had a smirky expression on his face like any little young boy might do. How about the worm for fishing?
Is this worm worth a fish?
Could be good bait. How did it die?
I think it drowned in
Oh no,
tequila.
I was just
Just
pointing
like my
out
Uncle
that
Gabriel.
the last
Yeah,
week I've
now
gone
then.
430, 430, 430, 430, 430.
Okay,
So
I'll get you a
it's
fish.
funny to just
It might
keep
take a while, though.
sticking. It's like it happened with 420, it happened with 400, it happened with 380. We did Medicine Hat. We finally used the worm, and we got a fish in the process. And you know what we're gonna do with that fish? We're gonna take that fish up to that boy. Regardless, Darkman, thank you so much for the follow. Do not think for 1 minute we do not appreciate the follow. And we, as in me, but Chad also sits side seat of me all the time on Sunday brunches. We gave him the worm. He didn't give us the panties. I mean, he didn't give us the fish. Why that little stinker? He didn't give us the fish. Yep. But for me, I appreciate the followers and the viewers. Me too. I appreciate the followers and the viewers. It just struck me odd because it's one of these fluctuating things. So yeah, Mike was at 800 at one time, dropped down to 773, and been like that for a year. It just happens. I call it the yo-yo effect. But if you like these adventure games, then come on Sundays for sure, and you will see more of these type of games, because that's one thing we definitely do one time a week for sure, is play these games. More, I mean, if I could get them, but right now Sunday
There
seems
was
to be
nothing
the
else
only
I wanted
one.
to ask the boy.
Because somebody follows, it means they want to be alerted when I go live. Sometimes. Okay, there's the fit. I mean, he didn't give us the fish.
What'd you do?
I gave him the worm, but he didn't give us the fish.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Just like King's Quest 4, you get a worm and allows you to help fish. But except in King's Quest 4, it kind of indicates better that the fish
I
aren't
wasn't
biting.
going anywhere.
Maybe he'll take that fish and smack the Bronson again.
I didn't want a fishing net.
How in the hell do I get that worm? Is it here? Nico survived, thank God. She was rescued by a priest, Father Hubert, who found her on the riverbank. The guy was preoccupied with his playing organ music, and I had to work overtime to convince him to take me to a village where I hoped to find a route that would save Nico's life. I had to persuade the local guards to let me see their shaman. Initially, they were reticent about, but after some Stobart charm and a little deception, he invited me in and we talked. According to the Mayan legend, the great god Quetzalcoatl was defeated by the evil Tezcatlipoca, who demanded human sacrifice. The coyote stone we found was one of the 3 stones created to imprison Tezcatlipoca for all eternity, the others being the eagle stone and the jaguar stone. Unfortunately, before they could be put in place, they were seized by an invading Spanish and the latter split up. The eagle stone was captured by the pirate named Ketch. The jaguar stone by an English sea captain called El Draco, which doesn't make sense to me, and the coyote stone reached Spain safely. The shaman gave me the route to cure Nico, and once she was well enough, we decided to split up. One of the leads from the shaman pointed to an island called Ketch Landing in the Caribbean, so I went there to hunt down the eagle stone while Nico went in London to search of the jaguar stone. Cool. Just wanted to give a background. Anyway, it is what it is. Not necessarily anyone can stop notification on the streamer. It's just word, but it's all good. Yeah, I don't, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay, now, and I hope you stay to enjoy the stream. Feel free to talk if you like, or just lurk. It's fine. There's a lot of people doing both. I'm just kind of bummed because, and Medicine Hat probably is more focused on the game. I'm kind of bummed because we gave him the worm, but we did not get a fish. So, do we need to somehow get this net? Is there a way? I mean, obviously the net is here for a reason,
It was
right?
a net left to dry in the sunshine.
It's not that guy's net, but I don't have anything to cut the net. I've got a blow dart. Let's see if maybe I just magically shove a fish out of my poppet. I'm both lurking and chatting, trying to install transition tables into OBS and learn Lightworks. Yeah, you did mention about that editing program, so you could take clips. Mike Cade, the clip viewer is not working right now because of whatever's going on with Twitch Guru. I mean, I should remember Frankly Faye's husband. And so last time I did this, it got stuck. So I'm going to see what happens when we do this again. So you playing the summoner, huh, Turtles? So it isn't Twitch Guru, it's a server error, but they're the ones that are doing this. They're the ones who were the host of the server. And the server is not up and working. You were almost dead in your game. Yikes. Okay, so I'm just disappointed because I don't have the fish. I was trying to, I don't want to hit
Would
the
have been
cat.
pretty cool to drug the cat, but I didn't have the heart. And besides which, those sisters would kill me.
Is there something over here? They know about it, but Wayne has stepped away from Twitch and the programming in general due to the in real life family issues. Yeah, I knew it. Oh, okay. So you read about it in Faye's Discord. Yeah, I knew that they both stopped streaming. So I figured, it's something, whatever it is. But now I need to find a new clip viewer because the server is no longer available. When you go to the Twitch Guru page, you see that there's an error on it. So I'll just have to look around, see if I can find another. I need to go for a little lunch break. I'll pop back here in a little while. Okay, sounds good. You really need to. Thank you, Medicine Hat. See you soon. You really need to wait some time. I don't know how much time you need to wait, but this boy is fishing and he will catch it. He's not going to give you the fish that he was sitting by, but he is fishing. That's what I found in my little bit. And, maybe just talking to this guy again.
Did you see the sisters go by?
Yeah, they wanted to string that Fisher brat up. Of course, I told them where to find him.
Of course
A
you did.
fink as well as a creep. Nice.
A fink as well as a creep.
Catch you later, Bronson.
Sir, you are a fink as well as a super creep, all right? You're an uber-duber creep. Okay, maybe now, time's passed enough. We go talk to little boy on the dock, on the dock fishing, and we'll get something. Because one little worm goes a long way, right?
No luck with a fish?
No, man. They don't want bite. That's cause they know there's a storm.
There's a storm brewing.
Storm? I don't think so.
Hey, I got a bite.
A bite. You got a bite.
It's a big one.
Oh no, it's a big
really
one.
Big one.
Reel him in, Rio. Jeez, it must be a whale or something.
Somebody must love him. He has his makeshift fishing rod. Ooh, it looks like a, what did that look like?
Rustiest whale I ever seen.
Rustiest whale I ever saw. Okay,
I
keep
still
fishing.
Need a fish, Rio.
Okay, make me try again.
Maybe
That's
you better
right.
Change your bait.
That's worth the worm, okay? So now we've got a bicycle?
The only serviceable part of the bicycle's wreck was a rubber inner tube. You just never know. when you
Medicine
can
Hat
need
went
stuff
to go
like
get
that.
a little lunch. He'll be right back. He'll be back in a while.
Okay.
Mike Cade's lurking and chats once in a while that's what he said. And Turtle is
Trying to install transition tables into
Yes.
OBS and learn Lightworks. Yeah, like I said, all the fun little things people learn.
We've had this particular scene now for about 2 years. Get a lot of use out of metal kitties. I'm thinking about changing that, but I need to find someone who can do the music and video editing I want. I'm still here and I can hear you.
Okay. I'm guessing we need to
Okay.
get a fish and give it to the cat or something.
Yeah, but we have a bicycle tube. So what do we do with
Where'd
the
you find that? Or was that pulled out of
It was the old inner tube from the bicycle which Rio had fished from the sea.
Can you get
3
the-
feet of slightly perished rubber. Bound to be useful for something.
Can you go up the ladder and get the stuff now? Loop it.
Yeah, possibly.
Inventory options. Just try clicking stuff until something maybe works.
Well, that's what it's going to be in this game. I didn't even want to, but I was like, come on, what am I supposed to do here? Inner tube with the flagpole.
Not that one. Oh, or maybe.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea after all.
Okay. I don't think you can reach it. Inner
Yeah,
tube.
Smack it.
With
Nah,
that
I
one.
didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
Inner tube with the rock.
That was no good.
Inner tube with the panties.
Not such a good idea.
The dark.
Inner tube with the statue.
No, I had to think of something else.
Inner tube with the dart.
I wasn't convinced that was the right thing to do.
Okay, something, but I put the inner tube right there on the flagpole. So maybe I can just go on down.
Can you? Or is it saying nope? Can you click? Oh, maybe.
Can I just like grab it and do like Geronimo? Can I grab it now? No, you're going back up the ladder. Don't go up the ladder. Don't go up the ladder. Talk to the cat again.
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws. I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
So the bush stops you from moving the ladder across, so you can use this as a rope and then sling from it. And well, tell me how you would MacGyver it then. I'm gonna go get some water. I need it, and you can play. Go back to the little boy. He's fishing for us still.
I didn't want.
Yes, you do. You want the fishing net. Otherwise, why would they allow you to click on it? Okay, what's he doing? Look, he's origami.
There's a fish, my man.
I can't put it in my pocket while it's flapping about like that.
No problem.
Kill it. Blam. Now you're. Well, there you go.
There was nothing else.
Got a fish now.
Oh, good. Did that fish to the cat. The cat's holding a ball.
Then we take maybe the ball and throw it at.
That's
something.
what I'm thinking.
Reminds me of like Heroes Quest. Throw stuff at the net, the like, bird's nest.
Yeah.
Pterosaur's nest, actually.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we're gonna throw the ball and change the reflector or something like that. Something along those lines.
Where'd the old ladies go? They're gone.
Okay, cat. You don't deserve this, but
They probably
here's a
went on
little
the other
fish.
side of the island.
Now your short's gonna smell like fish.
True. And he did shove that
The
fish in
little
his
monster
pocket.
ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball.
I'm gonna smack it with the tube.
I wasn't going to risk further last.
Remember how in the first game we had to do something to get the ball away from a cat? In the market? In the marketplace, and then the boy wanted the ball.
You need to scare the cat or something.
How do you scare the cat? Here. What else can we do with the inner tube? Are we on the
I
right
wasn't going to
track
risk-
for anyone who's played the game?
Leave and come back. Maybe he's taking a nap.
No, he's continuing to play with that. Do we
I
kick the
wasn't-
ball? He's such a wuss. I would take a claw or two just to get the ball away from a cat.
Maybe just kick it. Of course.
Go back to Rio, get another fish.
That's what I was wondering. It's like, let's just get another fish.
Yep, get another fish.
I mean, these puzzles just seem like overly complicated just because they can. Yeah.
There's a fish, my man.
That one worm is a lucky worm. That's what he called it, his lucky worm. No, I think it was his lucky piece of coal. It was a dead worm. Damn it, Janet. All right. One more piece of fish might do the job. Maybe.
Maybe. Will cat be tired after that?
I mean, how much fish can one cat eat?
Here's another little fish.
No, well, there's a line. There's another fish. That's where you throw it or something.
The little monster ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball.
Let's go get yet another fish. Maybe we take that fish and go.
Fish. Tainted fish.
With what?
Warning. The cat
Maybe
is
we'll put
merely
the
sleeping.
maybe we'll put the fish in the net this time. All right, let's go see Rio and see if he can give us yet another fish. He's like, man, I don't know what's up with you people. I mean, you just constantly need me to give you a fish.
Maybe two.
There's a fish, my man.
Okay, I'm going to take the fish, and this time I'm going to put it in the net. Or not. And slowly, I'm going to meander my ass over here to do it. Nope.
Slap Bronson with fish.
All right, let's throw the fish at Bronson. I'm all good for that. Somebody threw a fish at him before.
What do you think of my fish?
Where'd you get that?
Out of the ocean. It must live there, I guess.
Smart ass. Why are you carrying a dead fish?
To hit you with.
Oh. Catch you later, Bronson.
Aw. Well, okay, it was a diversion. It wasn't what I was expecting. I really thought we were going to lob one at Bronson. Go, whomp. He already mentioned it. Do you think this greedy little bastard? Okay, what if we what can we click on? Oh, you know what? Can we put the fish, attach the fish to the inner tube?
You better not shrug.
That should get the old cat dancing. I just hoped it didn't give itself a cardiac.
It's a cat toy! Ha ha! Yay, us, and good job, Chad. Both of us, I had the same exact idea at the very same time. That we were going to go ahead and we were going to give that fish a cat toy.
Mirror thing with the ball.
Ladder. Maybe we can shimmy our way across now. Oh, no, it's a target. So we should be able to just lop one over there with the ball, right?
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
Okay, you do have panties and a ball.
No, that's wrong.
Try from the ground. I don't know if that matters or not, but
I clicked on the ladder. Maybe you want the cat gone. What if you use the tube and the ball together?
No.
What if you put the tube back and then you draw, like across the pole?
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare.
We do have a tube. Can he not use the dang
I couldn't
hose
reach the
to...
flagpole,
Tie
and a
the,
bush stopped me from moving the
Tie
ladder
the hose
across.
around your body like at least 2 layer 1.
Puzzles. Well, at least we got the ball away from the cat. Let's try from the ground, like Chad said. Let's lob a ball up there. You talk about having this throwing strength and stuff, so why can't he just, lob a ball up there right now? I mean, what kind of throwing strength does someone need? No, he's going right back to the ladder.
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
What the heck kind of throwing strength? The only thing I can think of is taking those panties going, ching, But, son of a gun, did that not work? Okay, what if I use the panties
Nah,
with the
I
flow
didn't
pole?
have the throwing strength to knock the marker off. Not such a good idea.
Wrong, wrong, wrong.
Score. So here's the deal, folks. Right idea, wrong implementation. Often that happens in these games. We have the right idea, and not knowing that we could do this, we have the wrong implementation.
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare. Maybe it wasn't such a...
Well, maybe